Hi everyone, welcome to Bioequestrian. Today we will be talking about lunging for a horse's back. We are using stickers on our horse, which are completely harmless. The colorful stickers are there to help us spot some crucial points in lunging our horses. These are the parts that I personally find extra important. As you can see, there is a line on the bottom of the horse's stomach, the blue one. The line should be working, as in it should be less visible, so the horse should be sucking its belly in. That gives the spine more support. We had also put a line on the hip, which is often overlooked by riders while lunging their horses. This basically means that the muscles in that area don't really work. We can see that right now the line isn't moving, so the muscles aren't working as they should. There's also a line on the neck. These three lines are the muscles that we should be working on and the ones that we should start with when starting to lunge for our horse's back. The places marked with dots and smiley faces are just important body parts we should look after, like the knee, the hip, or the points just behind and in front of the withers. The one in front of the wither is a curve that we need to get rid of. This will result in building the muscle marked with a dot that sits behind the wither. The dots you are seeing now are the three most important joints. The blue lines should be working heavily, including the blue line on the belly. The red line you are seeing right now on the horse's hind end is basically one of the worst problems you can encounter while lunging a horse. It shows whenever your horse is trying to get away from work and engaging its hind end by leaning its hip towards the inside of the circle and towards the person lunging. That is when we can spot the red line. The line on the neck should be perpendicular to the ground, and the red ones shouldn't be visible at all. If that is the case, the neck should start growing bigger and the muscles under the blue lines should be working. While that is happening, the bit should stay in one place. Here we are using a tampon to help the horse understand our aids, but it is completely up to you what and if you want to use any helping tool at all. Working on a lunge line should generally lead to the development of muscles on the back, the neck, and in the hind end. It would also be nice to see that huge belly gone. As we can see now, the horse isn't putting his body weight onto his hind inside leg, so the red line becomes visible. It is a result of leaning his hips towards the inside of the circle. That can lead to tension in the back and it becoming a little stiff. That way the horse can't pass the strength through its back and physically cannot carry the weight of the rider symmetrically. To change that, we are introducing some more transitions, persuading the horse to put more weight on its hind end. After some time, we can ask the horse for more flexion and engagement of the hind end by making our circle a little bit smaller. If the bit is in one place and the hind end is working properly on a smaller circle, we know our work with the horse is heading the right way. You can probably spot that this horse could use some more muscles on its stomach in transitions. That would be the blue line. What we will be doing is to ask this horse for more action in his stomach muscles in transitions and on a smaller circle, which will eventually lead to more engagement in the back muscles. What I like about the tampon is that it releases the pressure immediately after the horse puts its head down. Now our job is only to ask the horse to step under itself for the muscles on its back to work. Picking out a tool or choosing not to use one at all is completely up to you. No matter what will be your choice, the effect should be the same, so the bit should stay in one place and the neck should be actively working. This effect won't last long at first. It will last a few seconds, although the time periods where the horse is moving correctly should get longer after a few sessions on the lunge line. What is important is that we should be seeing more and more of that forward movement and engagement in the hind end. What I often see is riders running their horses in circles, not knowing what to ask from their animals. I hope that the placement of my stickers will help you understand what I'm trying to explain. If you want to start working on your horse's back muscles, I would suggest putting at least the red stickers on your horse, so you know when your horse isn't working properly. That will give you the chance to immediately correct your horse's work while on the lunge line. When working on the lunge line, we want to see a lot of that forward movement. What we would also like to see is that forward and upwards movement of the shoulder. To sum everything up, the red lines are the ones you don't want to see at all while lunging, and these are the places where we don't want to develop muscles. The blue lines are the ones where we want to build strong muscles, which need to work in a certain correct way to do that. The dots are just important spots where the muscles join together. Let me know if my video helped you. Maybe you put some stickers on your horse. Let us know. If you've got any questions, contact us at buyequestrian@gmail.com. And thank you so much for watching. So before we end the video, here's a little pro tip. If you are planning on lunging your horse, wear a symmetrical outfit, so that your horse can clearly see and tell apart the right and the left side of your body. It will be easier for the horse to understand your cues. If your horse can't tell apart the two sides of your body, it might cause frustration and lack of mutual understanding. So you might not want to wear scarves that flutter in the wind and things that might distract you or your horse from work.